My name is Bill Wydra, president of Ashland Technologies, located here in beautiful Schuylkill County, Pennsylvania, just 2 minutes off 81. And we're going to show you how we turn metal into thrills. Whoa! You're going to see so many exciting, cool products today and cool partners. And we call them partners, and you're going to see that as we go through here, that we've meshed one-on-one with our customers to make sure that we're providing the best overall product for ourselves and the end consumer. Right now, I'm sitting in the lead car of a roller coaster train made by Great Coasters International, located in Sunbury, Pennsylvania. And we've partnered with them since 2003, and since then, we've actually built 21 full roller coaster trains. Like I said, right now, I'm actually sitting in the lead car. Each train has a lead car and 12 trailer cars. You'll actually get an opportunity to see these being manufactured on the floor as soon as we get out there. And this next partner transitions very well. As you saw when I was sitting on the lead car, saw this lap bar restraint. And basically, our partner in this business is Ralph Alberts Corporation, actually also located in Pennsylvania up in Montoursville. And what they'll do is they're one of the world leaders in putting foam on roller coaster rides and roller coaster lap bars and roller coaster restraints. So you saw here the Great Coasters products we were working on. This is a product that we actually did all the metal inserts, and Ralph Alberts then did the foaming for a ride at Universal Studios down in Orlando. This is at Islands of Adventure. It's on a ride called Dr. Seuss. And then here's an example of a shoulder restraint that you saw on the gyroscope, but we will make these shoulder restraints for many, many, many different rides all around the world. And switching gears, we're going to go over here to our basketball game. Many of you, I'm sure, are very familiar with a company called Skee-Ball Corporation. You're probably used to their game where you roll the ball up, score points. I think I still have high score at Knoebels, but I'm not sure. But they actually make many, many, many other games that you may not be familiar with. One of which is this basketball game here, but they make at least 16 other games that would go in different arcades and amusement parks all throughout the world. Most of the companies you're going to see today are all global corporations. But while we're here, we might as well have a little bit of fun. Of course I bricked my first few. I was a wrestler back in high school, so basketball never was really my thing, so we'll just leave that for somebody who can play. And we're back here at the gyroscope where we got everything started off for you today. We're going to talk a little more about this, and we're going to move on to some more park information, and then we're going to hit the floor, I promise. So this here is actually a two-seat gyroscope, which is one of the only ones that actually exist in the country. We've made about 82 of these to date, and they ship all over the world. Right now, we know of them in 16 different countries. A lot of people will buy these for their backyard barbecues and things like that they would have. A lot of tent people who would rent tents would buy one of these and rent them as part of their tent package, and dunking machines and things like that. We also manufacture a one-seater for this, and we are now coming out with a four-seat ride this fall, which basically will allow 4 riders to have the same experience. The neat thing about this ride is every single ride is different. It takes up a very small space, as you might see, and actually creates a different experience every single time you ride it based on the weight distribution. So what you're looking at here, you saw me with only one rider. The opportunity was that I got whipping pretty good at the beginning of this show. The four-seater will be offset by many riders, so it may not go quite as fast, but we think it's going to be a very good experience. But the neat thing here is, in such a small space, you can basically get a full roller coaster ride. Now here, you'll see we actually have this mapped off by different railing systems. We do a lot of different railing systems for amusement parks all over the world. This is one that we basically developed for ourselves just for the show, and we'll take this out and we'll showcase it at different places. In fact, a lot of times they'll put these rides in museums. The Da Vinci Science Center down in Allentown actually has a two-seat ride that simulates space travel and allows kids to try to put Legos together that they can actually see what it's like to try and work in space. And I understand that one of the units you're going to see out on the floor today is actually on its way to the Kennedy Space Center. And over here you'll see different railing systems that we actually work with the parks to develop. This is a project that we did at Hershey last year. It's a ride called Fahrenheit. We didn't build the ride. but we actually did the ride system that allows you to get on and off the ride. It's called a Q gate, and what that basically does is it ties into the controls of the ride. There's a lot of mechanisms underneath. It's a lot more than the gate you see here, but many of you, I'm sure, have already been through this, being from Pennsylvania. It's a great ride, great experience. And this year, Hershey just opened up their new water park called the Boardwalk, the sequel. Very, very cool place. If you haven't been there, absolutely have to get down there to see it. It's a full wave pool with a lazy river going around it, and we actually do the Q posts and some of the other railing systems that were in the park there as well. But absolutely have to go there. I mean, it's like being at the Hershey Shore without having to go through all the hassle of travel. Then at another local park here, we worked with Knoebels on a one-of-a-kind ride. This ride was built at the 1940s World's Fair and was never replicated. And Dick Knoebel, being a very brave man and certainly wants to provide all of the residents of Pennsylvania and the surrounding areas a great experience in a small town, this ride is an absolutely one-of-a-kind toboggan ride. So we did all the different steel ribs for this ride that basically allow all the wood to be mounted into the mechanism here. And what will happen is there's an actual bobsled that goes down through this. And the ride is actually called Flying Turns. I understand they should be opening up shortly. But if you get the chance, go check this out and all the other great rides over at Knoebels. In fact, we just had my twins' birthday party there, and they love to ride already. So we're looking forward to many more times in the park.